special video today. Christmas project. I'm going to show you how I made that wreath. For this project, I'm actually going to use bits and pieces of old broken Christmas trees and a few other things. I made a wreath several years ago once, and I used 2 branches off an old Christmas tree. They're about, that long, maybe half a meter, something like that. And about this much of the end of the tree obviously was just a bare wire hook for slotting into the trunk of the tree. And it made a very nice wreath. Basically each branch I just bent into a half circle, and I wrapped the thin end of the branch around the empty bracket end of the next branch. And all I needed was 2 branches, and they tied together very well, and I used a fairly thick green garland which I wrapped around the entire ring of the wreath, and that worked really well. And just put some decorations on it, and since then it's also gained a set of battery powered very fine LED lights, the copper wire ones, really nice. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make another wreath in a style that I haven't actually tried yet, but I'm going to basically use a coat hanger for the main frame. This was red, it's faded a little bit with age, but it should still do the job. And I've got a bunch of branches from an old Christmas tree. This photo shows all the smaller pieces, and there's a few clumps of branches as well, and the second one of these, you can see this one has the entire wire on it. So I've got 2 of these, which is absolutely brilliant. So this wreath here, garland that I've got here, it's not very thick, it's very thin actually. It's definitely totally different to the one I put in the other wreath that I made. This one's a really nice sort of holly style, and I think that it will complement these particular branches. I think it'll work really well with this particular wreath, because this wreath is not for my home. This is actually going to go on my classroom door. I'm a digital education teacher, and inside the room is all Star Wars theme. I've got, instead of Santa and the reindeer flying across the moon, it's Santa riding a Star Destroyer pulled by 4 Imperial Walkers, AT-ATs, flying in front of the Death Star. And I've got Darth Vader saying, "Join me on the merry side of the tree," and we've got a stormtrooper holding a candy cane instead of a blaster, and we've got Yoda claws as well. So I'm going to do a wreath, but this one's going to be it's going to have a Star Wars theme on it, but a totally removable one. In other words, I want to be able to use this wreath every year with whatever theme I'm using in the classroom. So with that in mind, the Star Wars theme, I've just got these little prints. I'll show you later on in this video how I did that. That's another little video I'll just insert. But quite simply, these are actually meant to be stickers. Print these on sticker paper, and you can stick them on your gifts or whatever else, but I printed them on normal A4 paper, and I glued them back to back with a bent paper clip. Anyway, I've got a video, I'll show you how that was done later. So for now, let's see how we go. We're going to take this coat hanger for starters. We're going to try and get this into something of a circle. I can't make the thing too big, so I'm going to actually hang this inside the classroom door, not on the outside. I do have an over the door hook to hang it from. The reason for it being inside is that, well, basically we don't want all these little hands messing with it from the outside. It's going to be safer if the wreath is on the inside. There is a window in the door, but I don't want this to be too big for that window. So here we go, we've got our loop. It's not a perfect loop, but it will do the job. Next thing is to get this. I've got 2 of these, and I'm going to bend them to match that's one. Here's the other one. Okay, I haven't shaped this one up, so it does look a little bit rough. Then tell the age of this tree, because all of the green thread or whatever it is that was wrapped around the ends of the branches to cover the wire, you can see it's all disintegrating, so I'm going to have a massive cleaning up job to do when I'm finished here. And this is our dining table. Right, so what I'm thinking of doing is not actually having these centered. I want to have them a little bit off center. Right. I do apologize for the noise of the dogs in the background. Unfortunately, our house is not soundproof and there isn't a thing I can do about it at the moment. Hopefully eventually I'll have a soundproof room to do this in, but not right now. So the first thing is I want to attach these to this, but off center. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe this way. I can always bend the branches again if needs be. So basically like this, and wrap this around here a few times. Okay, you might be wondering, well, why didn't I shape this up just with these branches? Maybe I could connect them together. Yeah, I probably could. But if I did that, I wouldn't have all of this area here with which to slot in other branches. See here, if I just bend that out a little bit, bring that under. There we go, we've got the makings, there we go, makings of the tree. Alright, so let's do the other one. And I want to position this one. The next thing, I'm just going to reshape that out a little bit more. Rebend that. So basically what I need to do now is just to grab a whole bunch of these branches, preferably ones that have little bits of stem on them like this, and start weaving them into the wreath. So I'll start by putting one about here. And I don't want to be too shy on these. I do want to have enough to do the job. But by having these two pieces of wire, I actually have something solid to poke these through. As I go. Let's get this one in about there. These are working really nice, I think. Through in some kind of tidy fashion. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'll start by burying that in there. Okay, it doesn't want to bury in there. Maybe just tie a small knot. cold. And I'm just going to have to just carefully weed this through, because this stuff's actually quite, these things are quite thick and they really grab very easily. That. So really, I did lose this berry, and I can do with a bit of colour here, so I will put this one on. So I'll just stick that in there, just to put a bit of colour in there. So far, that's the only bit of glue I've used. Alright, so the next step is to hang it. Put those on there. By the way, at this point you can put whatever you want. If you've got some Christmas decorations you'd like to put, you can choose what you want. And if you do want to wrap a string of LED lights around it, battery powered ones, you probably should have done that before putting on this garland, or maybe after. It depends on the kind of lights. If you're using the LED ones where the LEDs stick out this much, got about an inch long bayonets or something like that, then that should go on first. But if you're using the copper wire kind, then this would be a good time now to put that on. I'm not so, because in the end kids are only going to see this in daylight. They're not going to be at school at night time, although night lights would brighten it up a little bit. I've got this snow effect on the fronds which brighten it up as well as the holly beads. So I think that is more than sufficient. So the next thing now is to do a trial hang of the wreath and hang those little Star Wars decorations on it. Okay, I've come outside the front of my house because I do have a hook in the door for hanging our other wreath. What I'll do next is I'll just hang the decorations on them, on it. So what I'll do next is I'll hang the decorations on it and show you again. Again, I do apologise for any background noise. I am, after all, outside my house. But anyway, here's the wreath. It's just got a few decorations on it. They are a little disappointing, I must admit. I mean, I didn't think they would look great, but it's better than nothing. I was hoping for the Star Wars Lego Nativity set. That's a 24-day thing. You get a little Lego project every day. I was hoping to get one of those and put some of the projects on the tree, which I think would have looked much better. But here in Thailand, at I think 40% regular price, it's still more expensive than regular price in Australia. So I decided no, I'm not going to do that. It's going to have to come down a lot more. It's probably going to have to come down to about 75% off before I consider it viable. Anyhow, that's my wreath, and it's just got a few simple decorations. I'm definitely going to rethink those decorations. Maybe find something else that can go on. If you have any suggestions for decorating this wreath, just leave a comment below and I will have a look at it. Preferably something I can make, not buy. Not all things I can buy here in Phuket at the moment, and even if I can order it, the waiting time is just too long at the moment. So yeah, this wreath is designed to be a changing thing every year. Different theme, different decorations as needs be. Anyway, I hope this inspires you, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say about it, and hopefully seeing some photos or videos of your own projects. So what do you think of this lot, Elsa? Hey? What do you think? What do you think of this lot? Hey? You were playing.